How's it going, you two? Cop Knight speaking. I hope you guys are well. Oops, sorry, the glare of the light is just hurting my eyes. I'm sorry. Anyhow, this is going to be a quick weight loss update video and yet another thing I want to talk about. Well, according to how I weighed myself today, the scale says that I'm 179.8 pounds, a loss of 1 pound in this week. I'm very happy at this loss, and God willing, inshallah ta'ala, more weight loss will be done after that. Excuse me, I'm sorry, this glare is so bright. Alright, thank you. So as I was saying, one thing, although I know I do have some weight gain, which I've mentioned before, but the weight gain may not be as much as I actually thought it was in the first place. The reason why I'm thinking this is because I actually backtracked and thought about the clothes I wore in the past few months. And I've noticed one thing. I tend to wear mostly like slacky sort of clothes in the house, and I wouldn't really wear fancy or tight-fitting clothes, but because there was technically no special occasion to go out to. And I would usually wear loose clothing, even to places like the store or wherever, because I'm like, it's the store, it's no place important. I would go to the mall, but I would wear loose-fitting shirts and jeans because some of the outfits I've been ordering from Amazon were really not the right size, because it's different when you order things from the internet than what you order it from the actual store, but it's better to be rather loose than too tight. And I was thinking about getting them tailored, but me being so lazy, I didn't bother doing it anyway. So, I decided to do a test to see how much my weight actually had gained. So, I went into my closet and took out a special dress that I hadn't worn in about a few months because there was no special occasion. It was a very beautiful sequenced Indian Pakistani dress, shalwar kameez piece, that I've never altered nor I've never actually changed. I've worn it before and I have a picture of it on my Facebook wall. So I decided to put it on. And it still fit. Come to think of it, it even fit even better than the first time I actually wore it. I'll wear it and show you in a next coming video. And I was kind of puzzled. I'm like, I gained like 10 plus pounds. So if I gained 10 plus pounds, why is this fitting so well? Shouldn't it be tight? I mean, shouldn't I have like the seams ripping at my chest and at my back or whatever? Because we all know how our clothes become when we gain weight, especially as women. It doesn't fit well, you can't pull it over, your chest looks compressed, your back has like bulges and all that stuff, and it wasn't pretty. Well, in the past. I would gain 10 pounds in the past or more in the past, and I could not even so much as put my head into it. Or even my arm. But my whole body went in and it fitted beautifully. I showed it to my mother and she said it even fit better than the first time. I was shocked. So I tried another dress that I hadn't worn in a long time, because there was basically no special occasion. And a lot of shit's been going on, and so I wore that. My surprise, it actually fit well. I mean, it fit well. The arms were fine, it was even loose at the abdomen a bit, the shoulders were fine, everything was fine. It had never been altered or touched. Because I promised myself when I couldn't fit into it in the beginning, I said, I am going to wait until I lose all my weight, or at least enough weight to fit into it properly. And I did. I wore it before, like 5-6 months ago. It fit fine. It was a little tight, mind you, but it still looked good enough to wear in public. But now it actually fit decently to the point where you can't say, you're kind of busting out of it. And then again, I was puzzled. I was like, W2EF? I've gained weight, according to the machine. I shouldn't be fitting into clothes like this. And basically all my other clothes and jeans look basically fine. I even went to my auntie's house today, and when I saw them, I was so afraid they were going to be like Oh, did you gain a little weight, blah, blah, blah. They're lovely people, and they will praise you when you're right, but if you're wrong, they'll let you know. And it's good to be around people like that. You don't want a bunch of yes, yes people. You want people who to support you, but at the same time, not tell you only what you want to hear. They thought I was looking fine. They thought I even looked better. And I was just thinking to myself that, how? I gained weight on the machine. But then I remembered suddenly that the scale, I'm sorry, password. The scale does not always give us an accurate meaning of our accurate number of what we get on the machine. The scale does not weigh our fat alone. It weighs our bones, our water amount, our organs, our skin, everything. I thought about that too. Then I posted something on my Facebook wall as for help. I asked that, I told them my situation that, well, my clothes fit better, but the machine says I gained 10 pounds or so. But I'm not busting out of anything like I usually would. Should I get a new scale? Some people said yes, but my one friend who I've known who is a personal trainer told me, no, Silky, that basically means that if you've gained weight but you fit better in your clothes, that you've gained muscle mass, and that's basically a good sign. So I took it at that. It's obviously that I must have gained muscle mass, which is very odd. I did lift weights for about 4 or 5 months when I was in the gym, and I did do a whole lot of treadmill. I just didn't think that it was the first time I've ever. Actually, this is the first time I know this sounds kind of stupid to listen to, and maybe many of you are saying, "Oh, I don't want to listen to her anymore. Let's change the. Let's go watch PewDiePie, or Michelle Fan or something." But I'm only telling you this to you all, you guys and girls out there, because it's the first time this actually ever happened to me, where I've actually had a number on the scale tell me one thing, but my clothes tell me another, and I was just like, I'm 26 years old. This has never happened to me before. And it's hard to tell because the number, everything's changed. I can't tell whether everything's going up or down. How about it, can you guys give me a suggestion? Because the number is just kind of not, I can't really rely on it anymore. Should I rely on my clothes mostly, or should I rely on the scale? Your comments, or should I rely on both? I've tried measuring tape. Oh god, that is a hassle. Your waist may say 35 one day, and then when I do it, it'll say 38. Then it'll say 32. Then it'll say 30. I mean, it'll go. It's hard to remember where you actually measured yourself. That's why I always try to go on the scale and clothes alone, because it's a lot easier to keep in track. Anyhow, your thoughts? Should I use the scale? Should I depend on my clothes? Or should I use a combination of both? Oh yes, I know I did have a previous video before regarding oolong tea, but I deleted it. I'm sorry, oolong tea just doesn't suit me. I know this for a fact because when I would drink green tea ballerina tea, the regular kind, I would have proper defecations, I would urinate frequently, I would have more energy, and with oolong tea, it feels more as if I was just drinking nothing. I basically wanted oolong tea because I thought it was going to be like a stimulant, or it was going to be more like a natural laxative, or a natural, what do you call that? I'm thinking of that word. Like a natural version of Lasix, put it that way. But although I'm not saying it's not good, I'm sure it's very good, and I'm sure over the long term it is. But green tea tends to be a bit more quick acting, and which is what I desperately need. When I didn't like defecate or anything or urinate as much, I just had such painful gas and cramps and gas and stuff that I'm like, I'm sorry, oolong is just not gonna do it. So I let my mother use my oolong tea, and I'm going back to the ballerina. Anyhow, this was just my update slash ramble, and God willing, inshallah ta'ala, I'll see you guys again, especially when things get less complicated. Woo!